Jennifer, if you'd like to
Okay.
report what you have thus far.
Let's see, applications, they were all mailed out on February the 18th. So we've been receiving applications back. We have, what we added this year to the application was a new $50 advertising fee. So if they decided that they wanted the town to advertise for them on our sponsor tower, our maps and flyers, our programs, and also on the website, then they could send an extra $50 in for that. We have had a few that have wanted to do that. This year we also decided to give the food vendors the option of setting up on Thursday, kind of like what we did last year. So we give them an option, they can set up from Thursday from 9 to 3, or come back on Friday and do from 8 to 11. We did put on the applications the new hours for the festival, which Saturday evening will go until 8, so we did put that on there. And we'll have a new setup time for Main Street, since we're allowing the vendors to come in on Thursday. So that's gonna help with Main Street setup. Normally it was like from 2 to 5 and 5 to 8. This year will be from 1 to 4 and 4 to 7, so they're not setting up quite as late on Main Street. We had our $50 sponsorship. We've added a new $100 sponsorship, which we're calling it the Friends of the Festival. And then we've upped our $250 sponsorship to $300. And I haven't got any complaints on that as of yet, so hopefully that'll
Have you
continue.
got any sponsors?
Huh?
Have you got any sponsors?
We've got a few so far.
The 300? The 300?
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say, that might be the complaint.
No, so far they haven't said anything, so
You
we'll
know,
see.
the crowds that we generate, $300 doesn't seem like out of ballpark
No,
to me.
I don't think so
That's
either.
a real good advertising.
Right.
150, 160,000.
Last year was the first year that we had like really happy sponsors, so that wanted to come back, so.
And then Rowdybush last year, they did a $3,000 sponsorship. This year they're gonna up it to $4,500.
Well, that's good.
And, yeah, and they are gonna do some more, they're gonna do some of their own signage, so that'll be nice. And they wanted to, put a sign out by the billboard up out here on 19 and, county line. They're gonna put a sign underneath that. They said that was fine for their advertising. And then this year, we've got something new. We've decided to do a festival phone app. So this is kinda, Andy actually had gone to one of his conferences, and they did this at the conference. So we thought, well, we would try it. We got a hold of the company, and this festival phone app will have any of the different, I don't know, would you call them pages, or what would you call them? Do you know, Mike? I mean,
That's fine.
is that fine? Okay, well, I'm calling them pages. We decided to do like entertainment, which will have the stage schedule, and everyone that, of course, will be there. We're gonna have a kid zone, we're gonna have maps and parking areas. Of course, we'll have a sponsor page, and then they are going to play sponsor bingo, and sponsor bingo will allow people to, when they download this app, they will play this game, and they will go over to the sponsor area and talk to the sponsors and get a special code that they will put in. And we haven't decided about exactly what they would win yet. We're thinking probably, I don't know. We're still
I wasn't,
thinking about that.
I don't
what did you
think
say,
you
like
can't do
$100?
cash, can you? They won't let you.
Well, I don't know.
Didn't the elderly people here a couple, 2, 3 years back get in trouble with bingo games when they win and they considered it
They
gambling?
did
It's under
cash.
$600.
Huh?
Huh?
Under $600.
Under 600?
Yeah, you can give away cash.
Oh, under
So we
600?
could do
Okay,
like
I wasn't aware of
$100.
that.
Yeah, so
Okay.
that's kind of what we're thinking
Oh, okay.
about, something like that.
Yeah.
Plus, that's like a selling point with the sponsors, cause that will get people, force them over to see the sponsor so they can get that bingo number.
And then
Then
we'll
it's got
have,
the festival map too, right?
yes, we'll have the map, and we'll have information with public safety, and then we'll have the vendors on there, and like the food vendors, and we'll have there'll be a thing for selfies that people can actually take, and then put on Twitter and
We can
Facebook.
throw it
and
up on
all
our Facebook stuff.
that. Yeah.
Now, will this have a searchability with your vendors?
Yes.
Say, I'm looking for baskets, and then,
Mhm.
okay.
And then, I talked to the Transportation Museum. The reason why they did not come last year was because they did not have, they said, the money to do it and the volunteers. But I had talked to them about,
So it's on the board. Any financial.
There with your money.
Yeah.
Who?
Glenn Swartz,
He spent all the money somewhere else.
he's on he's on the board for,
He's the Port Authority.
Port Authority Board
Yeah.
now.
Interesting.
that is
Yeah. Funny how that works.
Didn't have the money, and they were broke.
Well, they make it-
Couldn't afford to run a train.
they said they make money off the caboose, but not
anything.
the train. That's what they said.
But I can explain to her that how we actually, you know, with the sponsors, that's a selling point too, that, you know, people will ride the train up and, you know, come that way. So I told them about that app, and she said that she would do some discussing, so I haven't heard back from them as of yet. But they will bring the caboose up here this year, so. And then also, we're hoping to have like something that says get involved, and then that way, that'll help people to, you know how to become a vendor or a sponsor with the festival. Another new thing that we talked about is having a food drive through Good Samaritan Network. And actually, I was real surprised on this because I was afraid it was going to be a lot of work for us, but it doesn't sound like that it's going to be. What they will do is they will bring up red barrels with labels on them, Good Samaritan Network, and she said that to put them like at the bigger parking lot. And then I mentioned the stage area, having one there, and then she said, along with the barrels, there will be a QRC code that people can actually download, and they can actually donate money-wise. So it doesn't have to be all food, but people can do that. And she said, really, the thing is not just, they're not expecting a bunch of food, but she said it's just the awareness that they really, that they really want, yeah. And she said that what we do collect, they will have a gated truck, and I haven't talked to Fred yet, but I figured maybe we could put it over around the garage or somewhere, you know what I'm saying? And she said that they will have smaller, like four-wheelers of some sort that will go and pick up these barrels in the evening. You know, they'll have people monitoring them if they need picked up, and they'll put it in that truck, and then they will keep track of what we receive, and they'll let us know. And the food will actually go to like Cicero, Arcadia, and Atlanta food banks that are around here. So, and then they will actually help us advertise for that too, that way. Another new thing we added this year was we decided to have I keep saying we decided to have the committee decided to have a resting tent over by Neela's. I had talked to her and she said that it was okay if we put a tent over there. And we'd have to eliminate a booth spot, but that will let people know that there is a place, you know, as they're walking down through, they can stop over there and sit and rest. That's kind of like a big thing that
Call it the
people
old
were
folks
complaining.
booth. It's the old folks booth.
Yeah,
You made it halfway over, I can't make it back.
yeah.
Were you going to try to solicit a sponsor for that tent?
We could probably do that. I know that we talked about having the sponsor tower that we have over here, we were gonna have over there. But we could do that too, because the hospitality tent is sponsored, you
That's
know,
a good
every
idea.
year, so.
Maybe,
That's good.
find someone that would be interested in that.
Mhm.
A lot of folks go through there.
I think if we could get Blitz to sponsor it,
That would be good.
since it's over by the
Yeah.
farm.
stage has been ordered, so, our friend Paul is coming back. So,
Does he know this is his last shot?
You know
yeah,
what?
we are gonna talk to Paul.
We'll have to get with Aaron too, because he sent a contract, and usually we just kinda like, but this year, he had somebody send us a contract, so.
Okay.
What was it, that's what he done?
The ATM, company was wondering if the town would go for like a 3-year contract, 3 or 5-year contract, just to basically save the dates, is what. It's not gonna benefit the town as far as, you know, but, for him, he said if he, you know, has somebody that wants that weekend, then he can say it's already taken, you know.
Who's that?
The ATM company.
Did you generate any revenue at all from that?
$126.50.
Which was more than we've made off of
Yeah.
I mean, we've never made that off of an ATM. I think the most we made was 20-something bucks before. It was that ATM that was right here, on the
Nice.
trailer.
That was pretty nice.
It really was.
And I wonder if it would have been more, I think, didn't they have it malfunction at some point, so that it was shut down for part of the event, I think.
I don't know.
I thought when Abe set up here, didn't he, I thought, he's the one who really initiated that?
That was always a scheduling thing.
I thought there was quite a bit of money generated from that, but it not.
Not for the town.
But they were wanting to be on, like on our maps and flyers so people would see where they were at. And then I was talking about getting the phone out to it. So we might be able to get even a sponsorship from him out of that, you know, I don't know.
Well, they're the first one to ever pay us.
Yeah.
Everyone else always ripped us off. Or rented out town space and plugged into town electricity. We never got a dime.
So, let's see, I guess that's basically it.
But we'll have to decide about the ATM.
What was the minimum year, you said?
3 or 5 is what he was thinking.
Last year, I had quite a few people ask me why they're not using the tractor up here at Ball Diamond. You know, and I know that the boys club or the ball team do that, handle that thing, that doesn't have anything to do with the town, right?
Well,
That's nobody does anything at the Ball Diamond Group.
well, and actually, Rotabush did say that they would donate tractors.
If someone
If
parked
someone
there.
wanted to do the parking down there.
Well, I mean, when you say the parking, is that like for the town? Or are we talking about
Well,
private
it used to
parking?
not be the town, it
Yeah,
used to be
we usually.
youth league.
Obviously, we took over that property a year ago, about this time. And
I see those, I forgot my packet at home.
no volunteers, but
Well, I was-
You know, last year, I got them a deal to make 10 grand parking cars right out here at the subdivision, and nobody showed up. Not
And what I'm getting at is, I mean, I don't know nothing about it, but if nobody's gonna utilize it, you know, maybe the town could hire a couple of guys to go up there and park, and the town make the money off the parking.
You was gonna drive a tractor, didn't you?
Scratch my name off that list.
Just call it a little dirt clog.
Sounds like Toby's hard.
I wish, I wish I'd drive a brand new
I
tractor.
guarantee you they'll be getting out of my way coming down there. But I'm just saying, it could be.
If you're high
potential
range,
lot of
boys,
money
look
there
out.
if nobody wants to.
We slowing down for the corners either, we're taking the
I'd
turns.
see a town pick up $4,000, $5,000, $6,000. I mean, I haven't had one.
You ain't gonna make that
It's a
down
big
there?
ball
I'm
field.
gonna swing back up on the liquor store, run out of beer back there, guys.
So, I mean, it would be worth to pay somebody, a couple kids or what, or however you wanna do it, you know. $200 sit out there and park cars or whatever, you know.
Well, like I said, Rotabush did say that they would.
Where you gonna tell him?
You know, with their own driver,
Yeah.
you know.
so they supply drivers.
They would
with-
supply a driver, you know, to advertise for themselves.
Yeah, another question I had, and I probably didn't amount to anything, but Well, we're not gonna be able to utilize this house we bought over here as far as, renting out space to vendors or whatever? Or is it even worth the effort right now?
Depends on how quickly we can get it torn down. Jennifer and me, we have big
Well, I mean,
plans
even if
for
we don't
that.
get it torn down, just what yard is there, probably get 4 or 5 vendors in there, couldn't we? 5 or 6? I don't know.
Bigger fish to fry.
Well, that's why I say it may not even be worth the effort, you know.
Well, we even kind of talked about if we decided to do a carnival, you know, to move in the porta pots over that way, if they didn't get it torn down before festival, you know.
Having the porta potties along there last year, they got a lot of use, the 10 or whatever they put over there. I did notice that.
Okay, back to the ATM. Do we wanna have a contract with this guy for 3 years? I'm a little hesitant to do 5, but.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's the only one that's ever been honest, and he's the only one that's ever paid us a dime.
Yeah,
I mean, everybody else just sets them up, and then people that we did contract with the one time never paid us a penny.
As long as it's part of the contract that they actually come, like it's not just one-sided where we hold it for them, do it.
He had a nice trailer.
Yeah, it was very nice.
You get 50 cents a transaction.
per transaction.
Completed
We
transaction.
put a banner, I don't know if you noticed or not, but we put a banner up last year, right here, with a big arrow.
ATM and an
Said
arrow.
ATM on it, that kind of advertised that it was there. And, you know, I don't know if he's got more than one trailer.
Yeah.
You know, we could possibly look at another, you know, an additional location or something too.
I don't care, what do you guys think?
Free. Try it.
Making money off of it,
Yeah.
that's,
What did we make last year, $200?
$125 is $125.
Yeah,
Let's do 3 years.
okay.
Is that a motion?
Make a motion to do 3 years to ATM.
I say,
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, 3 years.
That's what he said.
We can't do this phone thing, you know, I'm not in favor of that.
Too late. Cow's already out of the barn.
No, can't, we voted on it.
Chris wrote the check, so move on.
Oh, are you gonna take that? I swear you hit him, nobody seen that.
No, I got some sort of retaliation.
Uh-oh.
This one on the far right looks really good, by
Well,
the
you
way.
can,
Well,
you can mix and match.
Okay, you can
Mix
choose
and
whichever
match,
one you
yes,
want,
yes.
so the user can pick
Now,
their theme.
let's see.
No, for us, we could pick any banner and mix it with any bottom.
Gotcha.
It doesn't have to be, you know,
gotcha.
each one of these.
I was gonna say, just the menu layout looks nice
I
and
like
clean.
that too. I
Which
like
one
that
did
too.
you guys
The one on the far right,
The menu one.
Really?
but the logo part, you know, the second one and the fourth one look
Yes.
pretty good.
I like
I
the
like
logo
the
on the
middle
second
I
one.
like
I
the
do
second
too.
one too.
Yeah.
Okay.
The train on there, it's kinda nice and dark.
I like the whole second one better, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
Maybe I'd sway the, transportation museum too,
Well, I had told them, yeah.
you know, that second one with the,
The train on there.
I'm seeing, you know, put sponsors on that banner. It is a slick app, they do a good job. I talked to them at the Alliance, they did quite a bit of research into these companies.
I will say too, during the event, you get a zillion people asking you, do you know where so-and-so is? You know where such and such a booth is? And then being able to search on there for either a name or what they're selling, that's gonna be huge. I think that'd be a really good thing.
Yeah, and he said you just make changes up until, you know, it's,
the day it was.
yeah, I
the
mean,
day of.
yeah, you just,
I
I
mean,
don't
there's
know.
what ours
Okay.
look like for the Alliance.
Yeah.
Okay,
But they did, I mean, of course, it was different, cause we were taking classes, but they did
Do
an
you have to send in
agenda.
each booth's
We send them off our map.
Everything.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got all that information
Yeah, I
already.
know, but I
Our map,
mean,
and then
this is
this-
gonna
this-
have whatever, everything they have in their booth and stuff, so.
But yeah,
Yeah,
you can,
the
you can,
spreadsheet.
and
We already
like they
And
do
all that
with,
stuff in details. so
with
they
our
can
exhibitors.
update it as they go.
they've got an exhibitor hall map, and then that map has the booth numbers. You can click on those booths, go to that exhibitor. But then when it brings your exhibitor up, and I was telling Jennifer, you could charge them $10 or something if they were interested. If our vendor has a website, you can click on their name and go directly to their website from our app. And that's how they do it on here. Like utility supplies on here, and I click utility supply, go right to their website. It's pretty slick.
And hopefully we'll get sponsors to actually sponsor this phone app. You can have, he was talking about getting like a presenting sponsor and then like sub-sponsors underneath that, so.
We have sponsor money left over that we carried over to from last year.
What does that, how much, are they gonna charge us for this app?
2,500, it's a 3-year deal, 2,500 this year, and then
$550 after that, but he said that's without any kind of discounts, and he said, right off the bat, you get like a 20% discount,
Yeah.
and he said there'll be other discounts to apply to that, so. our
It
goal-
breaks down to about $3,500 a year is what it is for 3 years.
which we believe we can get that
Yeah,
with
if you can
sponsorship.
get sponsored.
Yeah.
That $10
He
to
said
throw
the
your
big thing-
URL on there, your website on there.
Yeah,
Whatever,
and they send
something.
out,
I mean, that's
Right.
cheap enough that these people would go for it.
and they
then
give you a
you-
marketing
that add up
page
fast.
too.
We are,
To help you market it.
Well, what I was thinking is we can have Jerry, when he does our signage, just like we have on all our barricades, we can print the little thing up that advertises ours with the barcode, and they can just
Yeah.
scan it with their phone. They go past a barricade, when we send information out to all our vendors, we can send them that paper too, they could have it in their booth also, so people could scan it and download it, hang it up at their booth. They had a pretty nice one on their the Mousetrap's website that was an event, it was a festival in Michigan.
Is that the name of this, Mousetrap?
Mousetrap Mobile is the company that did it, or that does these and did it for the Alliance. But they're pretty slick. I mean, they've definitely got it figured out.
Well, that's definitely a step to the future, isn't it? I say the future, it's
Present.
current,
Yeah.
current. Us old folks, it's, younger generation utilize the smartphones a lot. All right, anything else for the cause? Festival related,
I put
Yeah.
that there so I can break the rule.
okay? We'll try to, make a decision on the scholarship this evening.
Jody gave me her votes, but then she said, she left them on my desk. Here's my choice, but not in this order. So I don't know what order, so I don't know if we should throw hers out.
Yeah.
Close your eyes and point, and whichever one you fingers on is the one.
Tear them into 3 pieces and put them in a,
Yeah.
pick one.
I'm like, well, what order?
I don't have a feel for any of them. I've skimmed over them, and, I was sad that there was no one from town here that applied, but I think the majority of the applicants are from Cicero.
So she would be the first one to go south, or maybe. Melanie Moore, I like her deal. Wasn't her? No, the girl that said
She is
she
the
wanted
one.
to be the first one to go to college in her, out of her family.
I read that.
That was pretty good.
No, this wasn't the one.
Had she chosen a college?
Yes, yeah, she was the one.
Yeah.
Ball State or Indiana State?
Okay.
Yeah.
She wants to go in child or clinical psychology, which that was, I don't know, that was a soft spot with me. And she said that she wants to pursue a psychology degree. wait a minute, what did she say? I wanna make something of myself because my life has been based off of the idea that I can't. That made me sad.
What's her name?
Melanie Bohr.
Melanie Ford.
Oh, my name
Melanie Ford. Don't know her.
She was my third choice, Melanie Moore.
Yeah,
My first pick.
Huh?
That was my first pick.
It
What
was,
was that?
that was my first pick, out of all the ones I read.
I think she was my second.
But she-
But that's okay.
So what do you need, first choice from everybody, or?
isn't that how we did it last year? We just wrote our
so.
choices down on a piece of paper and then we tallied them up. Wrote our first choice and then if we have to do a piece of paper.
Did we do 2 last year?
We
Well,
did,
yeah, cause we had the
Ivy Tech.
Ivy Tech when they were doing a sponsorship with us.
So you just want the first choice only?
Yeah.
You wanna look these again?
Good. I had looked them at home, I just forgot to bring them. So
I-
refresh
I
my-
looked at them a week or so ago, and I laid them off,
You
side I had them all.
Then I made my choices and I thought I put it on my notepad in here, and I didn't, so.
I made
Had
my
to
choice,
look
and I
again.
laid them in the order I wanted, and then I shuffled everything around the desk, and then I buried them, I couldn't even find them, I had to dig for them tonight.
You picked that because it's the easiest one to,
That's your problem right there. The other day it was overflowing, so who knows what was going on.
True, our
The other day it was overflowing.
See,
Well, that was an odd sound for over my yard.
you never know what's happening. Got one there.
You wanna open them and I'll tally them?
Yeah. You already voted, Jennifer, you still trying to decide?
Like the popcorn, give it 30 minutes.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Melanie Ward. Melanie Ward. Melanie? Amy Griffin. Connor Maddox.
Oh, I like this.
Ashley Hopkinson. Melanie Moore. Melanie Moore.
That's a pretty good, variety here. It's Melanie Ward, so that's 5. I will let Mr. Trackman know. Are you good with going on an honors night and doing that? Or do you wanna? If you're tired of doing it, we can get somebody else.
Anyone else wants to do it, that's fine.
I don't know if anybody else wants to do it.
you don't want the rest of these, right?
No.
It's the date.
You know what, I'll just find out.
Anything else pertaining to the festival?
Nope, getting applications back, so, we'll be assigning spots here shortly.
We'll plan to meet then, next month. The first meeting, 6 P.M.
Adjourn.